Hello students, I Shobha Vadva from the USPC Jain Public School. In my last video, I discussed about nutrition, and in this video, I will tell you about respiration. Respiration is the process in living organisms involved the production of energy, typically with the intake of oxygen and the release of carbon dioxide from the oxidation of complex organic substances. So, gaseous exchange occur here, that is intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide. Second is breakdown of simpler food in order to release energy. Now what exactly occur? That is in the breakdown of glucose. Glucose, it is a 6-carbon molecule. In the cytoplasm of the cell, it will break down into 3-carbon molecule, that is pyruvate. This process is known as glycolysis. When this glucose goes inside the cell, then this glucose, which is 6-carbon molecule, it will break down into 3-carbon molecule, which is known as pyruvate, and this process is called glycolysis. This occurs where? In the cytoplasm. Now, the aerobic respiration, that is by using oxygen. In the plants and animals which use oxygen, in mitochondria, we know that it is a cell organelle present inside the cell. Mitochondria, this pyruvate molecule, it breaks down into energy, carbon dioxide and water vapor. 38 ATP molecule of energy are generated, but when in some organism in which they not use oxygen, ethanol is formed. Ethanol is formed with the release of carbon dioxide. And in our muscle cell, when we do any heavy exercise, lactic acid is produced with the generation of energy. This occurs in the cytoplasm and 2 ATP molecule of energy are generated. In the lack of oxygen, lactic acid is produced in our muscle cell and ethanol is produced in the organism which use no oxygen, which do not use oxygen. So, next is, what is the difference between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Now, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, you see here, aerobic respiration is that respiration in which we use oxygen, and anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not used. Release more energy, 38 molecules of ATP are generated. Release less energy, 2 molecules of ATP are generated. Produces carbon dioxide, water and energy in the aerobic respiration by using oxygen. And in the anaerobic, produces lactic acid and energy in our muscle cell, or ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy in the yeast. Yeast is an organism. Then in aerobic, glucose completely break down. Anaerobic, glucose not completely break down. Aerobic occur in mitochondria. Anaerobic occur in cytoplasm. Next topic is respiration in plants. In the process of respiration, oxygen is taken by the plant and carbon dioxide is given out along with the water vapor. This respiration occurs at all the time in plant, that is day and night, both the time. Glucose, it combines with the oxygen and release carbon dioxide, water and energy in the process of respiration in plants. But in the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken by the plant and oxygen is released. Gas out, that is oxygen. Oxygen is released by taking carbon dioxide. This occurs At the daytime, it requires sunlight. Photosynthesis requires sunlight. Carbon dioxide and water both combine in the presence of chlorophyll chlorophyll and sunlight, and glucose is formed with oxygen. Plant exchange gases through stomata of the leaves, lenticellin stems, journal surface of the roots. Carbon dioxide and oxygen are exchanged by diffusion in plants. The direction of diffusion depends upon the environmental condition and the requirement of the plants. At night, when there is no photosynthesis occurring, carbon dioxide elimination is a major exchange activity going on. And at the daytime, when the photosynthesis is there, this process is also within the respiration, because of photosynthesis is the major event at the daytime. So in the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is used and oxygen is given out, and in the process of respiration, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. The amount of carbon dioxide which is given out, that is less as compared to the oxygen which is released in the process of photosynthesis. So at the daytime, photosynthesis is a major event, and at the night, respiration is the major event. We revise once again. At night, when there is no photosynthesis occurring, carbon dioxide elimination is a major exchange activity going on. During the day, carbon dioxide generated during respiration is used for the photosynthesis. Hence, there is no carbon dioxide release. Instead, oxygen release is a major event at the daytime. Terrestrial organisms use oxygen from the atmosphere for the process of respiration. But aquatic organism, what they do? They use oxygen dissolved in water. Amount of oxygen dissolved in water is fairly low as compared to the amount of oxygen present into the air. So the rate of breathing in the aquatic organism is much faster than that of terrestrial organisms. They have to breathe faster because the amount of oxygen dissolved in water is low. Next topic is respiration in human being. In human, respiratory system is composed of pair of lungs. These are attached to a system of tube which open on the outside through the nostril. Air is taken in to the body through nostril. The passage is also lined with a mucus and has fine hairs which help in filtering the dust particle out from the inhaled air. Then the air comes to the trachea. Trachea has rings of cartilage. These rings of cartilage, it ensures that air passage does not collapse. After that, the air passes to the bronchi. A pair of bronchi, these are the pair of bronchi, comes out from the trachea with one bronchus going to each lung. This further divide into bronchioles inside the lungs. A bronchus divide into branches. These are the branches and sub branches inside the lung. These bronchioles end into a balloon like structure which is known as alveoli. These alveoli are air sac in which air gets filled. It has network of blood capillaries. You see here there is network of blood capillaries. blood capillaries are also made up of single layer of cell. So that's why the exchange of gases is possible. That is, oxygen is taken from the alveoli to the blood present in the blood capillaries, and carbon dioxide is given out from the blood capillary to the alveoli. This process is diffusion, that is from high concentration to low concentration. The oxygen is travel by forming oxyhemoglobin inside the blood. In the RBC, hemoglobin pigment is present. In the RBC, hemoglobin pigment is present. This hemoglobin pigment has strong affinity with the oxygen. So oxygen traveled by forming oxyhemoglobin into the blood, and carbon dioxide it travel by in the dissolved form. It form bicarbonate. So respiratory pigment, it has great role in transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Now the next topic is mechanism of breathing. Inhalation and exhalation, two processes are there. During inhalation, that is when we take air inside our body through our nostril, means oxygen is taken inside, which is present in the air inhaled. What happen at that time? Rib cage, they expand, they come outward, lungs expand, rib cage come outward, diaphragm it get flattened during the inhalation. It means diaphragm move downward. So thoracic cavity, that is the chest cavity, it increases, it expand, ribs it come outward, diaphragm it move downward. Volume of lungs increases and air enter into the lungs. During exhalation process, the chest cavity or thoracic cavity it contract, ribs move inward, diaphragm it move upward, volume of lungs decreases and air exit from the lungs. So carbon dioxide is filled in the blood capillaries, which is filled in the blood capillaries. It is released into the alveoli through blood capillaries. So we exhale out through our nostril. Next topic is residual volume of air. During the breathing cycle, when air is taken in and let out, the lungs always contain a residual volume of air so that there is sufficient time for oxygen to be absorbed and for carbon dioxide to be released. Smoking is injurious to health. The upper part of the respiratory tract is provided with small hair-like structure which is known as cilia. These cilia help to remove germs, dust and other harmful particles from inhaled air. Smoking destroyed these cilia, due to which germs, dust, smoke and other harmful chemicals enter the lungs and cause infection, cough and even lung cancer. So it is said that smoking is injurious to health. Now next is, if diffusion were to move oxygen in our body, it is estimated that it would take 3 years for a molecule of oxygen to get to our tubes from our lungs. So we should glad that we have hemoglobin. Thank you for watching video.